Today's webinar. Happy Wednesday. My name is Jenna and I'm with Emerging Destinations, and I'm coming to you from a very cold Saskatchewan winter day here. So hopefully wherever everybody else is, it's a little bit warmer. And today I'm very excited to be able to introduce for you for the first time up there on the screen. You can see the lovely Mary, and she is from Tomorrow Travel, who is our new Italy DMC, and she is the sales manager for Tomorrow Travel, and she's going to be giving you an introduction today into their DMC, how they function, etc. So before I hand things over to her, I'm just going to take a quick minute to just say hello to everybody again, and hopefully this isn't your first time attending an Emerging Destinations webinar, but if it is, hopefully you're quite familiar with our portfolio at this time. So I'm very happy to give you any one-to-one training. If you want to reach out for any additional information, material. We also have a lot of great previously recorded webinars available on our Emerging Destinations YouTube channel and our Emerging Destinations website. So if there's any other subjects that you'd really like to peruse, please do so on there. But also know that I'm available to help you out at any time that you might need. So if there's anything from our Africa portfolio, our Americas portfolio, or our newly developing Asia portfolio, please feel free to reach out to me on any of those. And of course, we also have our Europe portfolio, which is quite small in comparison to a lot of the others, but we now have, as I mentioned, Tomorrow Travel, which is our Italy DMC, and then we have Bez Travel in Turkey, which we consider, since Istanbul's half in Europe as well, and we are also representing the Tourism Board of Porto and the north of Portugal. So if you have any questions on any of our Europe portfolio, please feel free to reach out to me, and of course anything else that we might also be representing. So just a couple housekeeping notes to go over before I pass things on to Mary, who's going to introduce Tomorrow Travel. This webinar will be recorded, so if there is any reason that you need to step out early or maybe have any technical issues, whatever it may be, I will be sending it out to everybody likely tomorrow within the next 24 hours here. So please don't worry about that. And also, we will be doing a Q&A at the end of today's session. So stick around for that, and please feel free. You can type through any questions that you might have using the GoToWebinar control panel, and then I will be asking those to Mary at the end of today's presentation. So please stick around for that and utilize the wealth of knowledge that she is on Italy. So I think that's all that I have to say. Without further ado, I'm going to hand things over. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and I'm very happy to introduce to you Tomorrow Travel.
Thank you, Jenna. She called me Mary, actually, is when people and friends call me. Mariarita is a long name, so you can call me Mary. And it's very nice to meet you, and thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Mariarita, as I said, and sales manager at Tomorrow. So today I will invite you to discover Italy like a local with us. And during this webinar, you will learn more about our stories, the way we work, our product and service, and actually how we can work together or better grow together, I would say. So first lesson, next. First lesson, we don't sell trips, but we design experience. The meaning is that truly we like to define ourselves like a travel artisan. Our goal is for your client to really experience a destination, not like a tourist, but like an insider. So observing details, wandering through ancient streets, really know our people, our culinary heritage, our tradition. I think travel should spark curiosity, should create a desire of discovering or keep learning really with openness. It's something that I strongly believe and strongly feel inside. So traveling can be an art. I'm not an artist, I'm not a painter, could be my plan B, but joking apart, I think designing a journey for you is a work of art, and we want to craft and design the itinerary around the travelers. Before speaking of Tomorrow Travel, let me briefly introduce myself. Next. So basically, I was born in Italy, I grew up in Tuscany, and I've been living in Rome for the last 10 years. So I define my path like that of a nomad. I cross Italy quite a lot, I would say. And during all these moves, I I found that every region has its own soul, its own identity. I have a background in tourism. I'm a licensed tour leader as well. I've been working in tourism for over a years. So traveling is not just my job, it's also my passion. And behind traveling, I would say what's something that really motivates me is human bonds, is human connection. Being sales manager is not about chasing clients for me. It's really building a network of partners. They became a long-term collaboration, sometimes friendship, and always based on trust and mutual support and transparency. So that's my mission, and that's why I joined Tomorrow Travel, because we share the same mission. How it started from these four women that you see. So it's a women-led Italian DMC. Antonella, starting from the starting from the Black Suite. She's the heart and strategic mind of Tomorrow Travel. She spent the entire life working on the tourism industry, more than 35 years. Then Teresa, that is also the group pillar, as well as the, Valeria, that is at the tailor-made with precision and care, and Fabiola, that is the mind behind all the maps and the administration and accountability. So four distinct women with different personalities, with different background, but yet really match perfectly. So they share the same vision and the same future. That's why Tomorrow Travel. So thanks to them, now we are Italian tour operator DMC, specialized in fully tailor-made travel for FIT and groups. We are a team of 20 professionals, still growing, and we have two offices, one in Rome and the other one between Rome and Naples. So you will see, if you test us, how passionate is our team, how serious where needed, really playful and collaborative, and sharing all the challenge of this work. And that's us also after receiving your great feedback and really being thankful and supportive when you send a request. Next. So we specialize in inbound tourism to Italy. That's our unique target. It's our country, but the entire peninsula from the north to the south, including the highlands. So yes, we include Sardinia and Sicily as well. And we work strictly with the B2B market. So we work with travel advisor, travel agent, and tour operator. We have a primary focus that is the North American market, is the US and Canada. It's not that we don't want to open ourselves to other countries. It's just that we have been working with the same market for the last 24 years, so we know exactly what they need, what North American client needs, and everything we choose in like respect on product and service, we know that met the expectations. So that's why we are really focused. The 95% of our market is a North American market. And our membership on prestigious networks like SPOA, ESTA, NTA, really reflect our long-standing commitment to the market and our service quality. I'm pretty sure that our path may have crossed in some trade show, and I will be glad also to share the events we are going to attend this year. Next. So we can meet in person, because I always prefer to meet in person. So we will be in the TTG, in BTM, in USPA, in an annual conference, as well as LTM. What we provide. So next, we provide complete land arrangement. So of course, accommodation, itineraries from the iconic Rome, Florence, Venice, Amalfi Coast, as well as off the beaten path destination. So for repeated clients that want to see more unpopular region, we do have really special itineraries. We do offer experience with different interests from food and wine, art, culture, as well as guided tour for shared and private, transfer transportation, but basically all land arrangement from museum ticket, train ticket, except flight, we do all land. And when it comes to accommodation, so hotels. Of course, we work with well-known chain like St. Regis and H Collections, Manjas, but we also currently selected a boutique hotel for more seeking a really intimate, more familiar atmosphere. And we work also with luxury. So speaking of luxury, next. We recently launched last year, actually, we launched a luxury brand called Italux Journeys. It's still us, but it's more exclusive because we offer more bespoke experience, really a premium concierge service. So we're speaking about 5-star properties, yachts, helicopter tour, as well as after hours access to museums. So something more upgraded, but it's still us, still dedicated, even if your client has a budget that cannot be a luxury. And sometimes luxury is not black and white, can be a mix. They maybe want a 4 stars, 4-star superior, but then they want a private, really exclusive experience. So that kind of mix, that's what we can accommodate. Next. Regarding the clientele, we do not limit ourselves to one profile. We cover all main segments, so from solo travelers to couples and for honeymoon or for traveling, small family. We have seen an increasing demand on multi-generational travel, so with the grandparents and all family, big family, as well as friends and small groups. For FIT booking, actually, I want to mention that we also offer a B2B platform. Next. So this platform is accessible through our website. If you go to tomorrowtravel.it, you actually don't see anything because you need to log in. So if you go in the top right corner, you click on login, and then you ask for registration. Once we approve your credential, because we want to approve just B2B, as I said, we don't work directly with the client, you can access the platform. So you can browse and find a book what you need. Of course, the website cannot showcase everything we do, every experience that we have, but it's quite a useful tool, especially when it's nighttime. So you need to check price range or availability is a good way to just like reply back to the client really more immediately. Next. We also have a strong dedicated group department. So we have also a catalog. I will be glad to send you by email. There are some inspirational programs based on 25 participants, but it's fully customized. So if you have a group that isn't smaller or bigger or want to change some experience, that's just a starting point, okay? We are a tailor-made travel company, so everything is, as I said, personalized according to your client needs. And we cover a wide range of travel themes. Next. So here I just mentioned some of them. From leisure, we do religious group, we do food and wine culinary tours, we do organize women-only tours, as well for the ones seeking more nature and adventure, the spiritual one. For those of you that works with MICE events and corporate traveling, we do have experience on that segment too. So basically, we design your own team. And you might ask at this point how we can do all these, of course, and the answer is quite simple. It lies in the trusted supplier network that we've been built. We have trusted suppliers. Next. We have direct contract with the FIT groups contract with inventory. We carefully monitoring our partner quality. We have long-term relationship. Most of them are like family to us. We just call directly the mobile phone of the manager of the hotels of the transfer company. It took, of course, time to build this network, to refine this network, but now definitely guarantees us competitive rates, flexible terms and conditions, and extensive portfolio across all Italy. So we are really proud to say that it's not just us, it's thanks to all the suppliers that really guarantee a high quality of the service on hand. And next, how we do design travel. We first listen to you, of course. You know the client, you are in front of the client. So we understand the client's needs, and we suggest from our local perspective. And then we design. Of course, if your client have a budget of $2,000, we not propose an itinerary of 4,000. We respect your time, respect the budget, and we want to have a balance. So a balance between shared fun and personal discovery, giving free time, personal optional tours, as well supporting a local community, and everything is personalized depending on interest, on the pace that the client wants to have during this trip, and the budget, of course. So it's tailor-made, as I said. So now let me share some, I will say, practical ideas. I want to feel Italy right now, like behind your screen. I mean, whether you have been or not to Italy, I think most of you have. But just follow me. I want to leave Italy a bit together. We promise I will not ask you to close your eyes. It's not a yoga session. You need to stay. So let me bring Italy. So next. Umbria. Umbria is the green heart of Italy. All the clients, they ask for Tuscany. Tuscany is a beautiful region, but I think Umbria is so underestimated. You can see charming medieval village and borgos like Assisi, Spello, Montefalco. You can do cooking class with Nonna Marcella. You can do truffle hunting, the Kashmir experience, and stay in a location like Posta Donini, that is an historical 17th century villa hotel set in 2-hectare botanic park, and you see this elegant room with a fresco, decorated with frescoes. So definitely a slow life, respect to the skyscrapers, the big city we are accustomed to live. And then go south to Apulia next. So Apulia, let's imagine white towns, really deep blue sea, and Baroque architecture, of course, really blended with tradition, really a local immersion. You can have a cooking class in masseria, so typical, extra virgin olive oil testing. You can do bread in Matera, this ancient cave city. You can see really authentic treasure and stay in a location like Borgo Ignazia. Borgo Ignazia is designed to resemble a Pulian Borgo village, so you will see like a cluster of white tuffo stone building and really narrow walkways. So you forgot, like it's really, you connect past and present. It's really, you feel to live in another place. And next, of course, Tuscany, as I mentioned, for the client looking for the same iconic destination. You can leave Tuscany with a different perspective. So instead of being the crowded Florence, you can stay in Villa Casagrande. It's a villa hotel in a small town close to Florence, and you will enjoy the really peaceful countryside, as well you are in a small town, so you live like a local. You will see local people having aperitif, having a walk. So definitely the good balance to have day tour and like visit all the iconic cities like Florence, Cinque Terre, Siena, Chianti region, even Venice from here, as well as you can enjoy times relaxing on the villa, do a cooking class with the real mama, do a wine tasting, do a artisan workshop, do trekking if you like, or enjoy the spa. So it's really a villa hotel that's the best balance. And last but not least, Sicily, my island, is full of surprise. Next, I mean, Sicily talks by himself. I mean, you can find from west to east to north to south a lot of things to do. I'm not talking about that because I'm Sicilian, but the Sicilian cuisine is one of the best in the world. You can do chocolate tasting, the Modica chocolate tasting. You can do arancino cooking class. You can do pistachio tasting. You can have a really thematic Good Father tour. You can do both experience, volcanic landscape, Mount Etna. You can visit Palermo, Agrigento, Syracuse. You can spend an entire month in Sicily and still like say like I'm going back to US and I didn't see everything in Sicily. So I can talk about all this experience over and over, but our time is limited, so let's move over to the conclusion. Next, what I think define us, I mean, I know that a lot of tour operator, a lot of GMC in Italy, but I think I'm sorry, I forgot that the experience about women-only tours and family and kids. These experiences are really designed for thematic tours. So, for example, as I said, we did a lot of women-only tours in which they had mozzarella lace with ontian, so they learned to do lace like they did in the past. Ceramic experience, shopping experience, as well as family with kids, not just the gladiator experience. There is much more fun for the adults than the children itself, but of course gelato class and many activities for the children. So this is just a few examples about the thematic experience that we can organize. And as I was saying, what define our touch, I think, is our availability, is our personal relationship that we can create. We have a 24-hour, 7-day emergency contact number. Once we send, we receive a request from you, we reply back to you in within 48 hours. And the same person, the same contact would be the same from the beginning to the end, dealing with the request and the proposal. So we want still keeping the personal touch with you. If any adjustment has to be made, it's just back and forth with the same person. And we don't like to be in a database, be you a number among all the clients. It's really a work that we can do together. By now, I think that you believe you understand why our partner keep working, keep choosing us. And I think it's more because not just for the deep understanding of the North American market that we have next, but also for how we handle complexity. It really makes your work easier. We are flexible, we are quick to adapt to when plans change. We really have on-the-ground operation when every emergency can happen. And I think 3 elements really are important in this stage: is quality of the service, is time, and is budget. So that's something that, as I said, we respect. We want to deliver exactly how you need and your clients need. And as I said, at this point, we know that you might have already worked with somebody, and we don't want to replace anybody, but it's always good to open new doors, open us to new opportunities. I think Italy is really one of the biggest destination, the most requested one. So I think there is enough space for everyone. If you can try us, you will see that we are really reliable partners and really flexible partner you can work with. Next and final slide. That's how you can reach us. If you like to know more, if you have any questions or simply want to test us, please contact us directly. I will be your first point of reference. I always suggest you to send me an email at sales@tomorrowtravel.it, because I will be the person that can forward to the private team member the request that you might have. And at this point, I just thank you for the attention, and thank you for joining this webinar again. And thanks, Jenna, for the opportunity. So thank you.
Awesome. I'm just going to end things off here with a quick video from Tomorrow Travel. right. Thank you so much, Maddie, for that presentation today. Hopefully, if anybody does have any questions, please feel free to type those through using the GoToWebinar control panel. And let me just get this back up. There we go. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to type those through. I don't know about everybody else, but looking at that video and all those images from the presentation sure makes Italy look dreamy. And if you're also in a cold place like me, that water and those beaches and the sun looked awfully inviting. So thank you so much for a great presentation, Maddie. And we do have a few questions coming through here now. So we'll try to get to as many as possible. But of course, if there isn't any that there's any that we don't get to, we will make sure to provide you with an answer in an email follow-up. So let me start with the first one that came through. Okay, so I know you spoke a little bit about this, but just in a little bit more detail, how do you differ from other DMCs, specifically with city tours and guides, and what kind of background the guides have that set them apart from other DMCs?
So basically, in terms of guide, we have our own guide. So we have English-speaking guide that we have been working with us for over 20 years. So they are like really not another society, not another organization that are with us. So we guarantee that they really know how target, they really know the American like history and culture, but they like fun too. So they kind of balance the clients really appreciate. So guys, I think it's one of the, we receive really great feedback from our guides always. So.
Okay, awesome. And we have quite a few people here that are asking about how to inquire for their quotes. So I think you spoke a little bit about that, Maddie, but if everybody wants, you can always reach out to me as well. So jen@emergingdestinations.com, and then I can connect you with the Tomorrow Travel team. So I see that there's quite a few people asking for how to get in touch. So if you just want to shoot me an email right now or right after this webinar, I will connect you with the team ASAP. And
yeah, just like just a quick note. I mean, when you get in touch with Jen and then with me, I will provide. First, you can send a request to me, and I said I can forward to the private team member. From the moment on, we guide you and we'll deal with your request. After sometimes that you send some requests, depending on the target you are dealing with, so FIT, luxury groups, then you will have all contact of the team dealing the operational team, so you can reach them directly. Like, I have this quote, I have this request, and you can directly talk with them. So I will provide you all the team members email, so you can you don't need to call me back again, like, and be like the intermediate. But that's something that usually people prefer to have one point of reference, then move forward. So.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So for the first inquiry, reach out to me and I'll connect you with Maddie, and then she will make sure that you have your own representative moving forward for all of your future inquiries.
Exactly.
All right. So, and I just to clarify this again, we have a question here about how payments are made or how the documents are presented. So are they made in US or Euro?
So we work on both. So just when you do the request, we can work on net rates, we can work on commissioner rates.
And we wish you a happy Wednesday and stay tuned for more webinars from Emerging Destinations. Thank you.